Well, yesterday the fella resigns. Today he's back again. What the hell's going on? Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Well, yes, of course. Yesterday Zia Yusuf quits as Reform Party chairman, saying that it's no longer a good use of his time trying to get a Reform Party into government. Today he comes back to Reform, albeit in another role. So is it a good use of his time now to get a Reform Party into government? Something doesn't quite add up here really, does it? I brought you a video, and I'll point to a link at it at the end of this one, yesterday, where I discussed this situation, and I said that something about this feels like it's been in the works for a while, because when you look at Companies House, there's been a little bit of jiggery pokery, messing around with the way the companies are set up with renaming and all this sort of stuff. So I think there's been a bit of backroom or behind the scenes shenanigans going on that none of us are privy to. That really jumps out to me. You can see here the headline: Zia Yusuf returns, albeit in a new role, and he's apparently going to be concentrating more on the Doge side of things, government efficiency, saving money in the councils. We get to see how that works out. But how can you one day turn around and say, oh, no longer a good use of my time, and then the next day say, oh, whatever? There's a statement here that Zia Yusuf himself made on his Twitter feed where he said his decision yesterday was born out of exhaustion. Sorry, I'm not buying it. I reckon, and I don't have the sources that other people may do. I did see something interesting from Dan Wootton, by the way, along these lines. But I feel like there's been a falling out or a parting of the ways somewhere. Something's been said and it's like, oh, we can't have this. Let's see if we can shuffle him back in here and try and do a little bit of damage limitation, maybe along those lines. I mean, you can see this post here that Nigel himself has put up, you know, effectively blowing smoke up Zia's arse and saying how wonderful it is and that he's going to be doing this new role and everything else, and we'll see what happens. But you can't have a situation where somebody within a party quite openly says, no, I've had enough now, and then comes back within 48 hours really and says, no, actually I will come back and I'll still work and all the rest of it. Stuff's been going on behind the scenes. It's got all the hallmarks of it, and I do wonder why. But at the end of the day, me personally, if I left a job, I wouldn't be going back. There'd be a reason I left the job in the first place, and it just stinks of damage limitation. It really does. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you haven't done so already, I would appreciate it if you could subscribe to the channel. If you have a look at this screen dump here, you can see there's about 60% of you watch my stuff that still haven't subscribed. That's quite a lot, so I would appreciate it if you could hit that button. It is free to do. Hit the like button, and this video that's just popped up here is my last video on this subject, where he jumped ship originally and I discussed it then. Let me know what you think, and as always, I'll talk to you soon. Toodaloo.